I am. I love the way it tells me I'm alive. Well, live. I am alive, obviously. Yeah. Strange day. Humid, bit sweaty, rainy. Stuff on eBay. Having a bit of a. It wasn't good. Hermes, in their infinite wisdom, have decided to lose at least 2 parcels that were in the same bunch. So I'm hoping, from what I can tell, the rest have been delivered. But it was kind of annoying because I knew I'd sent them. I knew I'd uploaded the tracking. These poor people hadn't got their stuff. So yeah, I had to sort all that out, and a couple of other little bumpy bits and pieces. But before I start, big hugs to Andrea. Not saying any more, just sending her big hugs because why not? So I was in a right old funk. Oh, hello, Sam. I was in a right old funk this morning, a foul mood. Wasn't pleasant. I thought, well, I have to get myself out of this. I know. I'll do my post, take it down to the shop, and maybe I'll go for a poodle. And I thought, there's a shop I haven't been to in a while. Because the last time I went, it was really, really bad. And I thought, well, let's just go for a wander. Don't expect anything. And blow me, they had a whole heap of nice new stuff. In fact, the lady who runs it said to me, your ears must have been burning because we were talking about you yesterday. So clearly, something came through the ether to tell me, let's go visit. Ooh, hello, Lex. You're just getting from the spa. Ooh, jealous. The shower's as near as the spa it gets here. Excuse the lisp once again. The dry weather doesn't help. It'll be worth it. So, I got some bitsies. I thought it would be a nice distraction. Hello, Andrea, darling. Big squeeze. Yeah, so I got some bits to lift me out of my not pleasant mood. I was not fun to be around. I was, yes. And, that, you don't put the right energy out into the world if you wander around like that. So I thought, change it, change the state, and move on and just get a bit of proportion from it and go hunting and just do something different. You're going to join the spa so you can go all the time. Ooh, how lovely. Oh, hello, Debbie Pelosi. That's a lovely name. Debbie Pelosi. In fact, I had to remember to change my name back because last night my name was Heather the Weather, and we had quite a lot of weather while we were doing the Witches Inn. We had thunder, lightning, and quite a lot of rain. I'm not proud of myself. It's not big and it's not clever, but I in spite of saying that I'm a weather witch, and I am, you can really only just tweak and gently ask the universe. You can't order the elements around. That's rude. So, what did I buy today? Well, I've only just come back in, so I spent I spent £35.50. There we go, £35.50 in what is actually a tiny shop. It really is. They allow 4 people in. It's all a bit of a squeeze. And it kept crossing my mind of some people's idea of social distancing. It's not locked in, Anyway, so I should go through these and delabel them as I go, because why wouldn't you? I picked this up because it was a bit unusual. Now, it looks very ordinary. This isn't a super special name, but it had this. It's a hoodie. It's a bloke's, I think, and it had this graphic on the back, which I thought was really rather cool. And it smells nice too. I know it sounds strange, but there's certain washing powders that smell amazing, or liquids, or whatever they're using. Criminal Damage. Again, it's not the most amazing label, but I did sell a rather bashed around one of these with like computery insides all over it. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? But and it sold quite quickly, so I think that'll be a quick flip, even if it's not stupidly profitable. And they folded the sleeves up. This one's in better condition, so I think there's some funds to be made from that. I should say most of the items in here were £2 each. This particular charity shop seems to be getting a lot of donations in, and bless them, they're actually getting them out onto the floor. They're working hard, so they're happy to have a turnover. That's my favourite kind of charity shop, so I'm happy to go in and drop 35 quid. I'm not going to go in and spend £2. I'll go in and spend money. So I was happy with that. It was quite cool. I thought there's going to be somebody that's going to love that. This very much caught my attention. Christian Kane. I don't think I have. Probably because as I say, I don't know about it. one of the ladies in the charity shop was saying to me, "Oh, well, you know, that looks very nice, but the name isn't on our list," because they do actually get sent lists of names they're meant to look out for, but they're all the very obvious ones, all the new stuff and the really, really good stuff tends to go under the radar. Now, I seem to have moulted on this, which is bizarre because I didn't try it on. Not very easy to show you here. It's one of these long, sort of, not wild wool, but it's a knitty kind of fit and flare, big button, bohemian Logan look style coat, I suppose. I mean, it's not a winter coat. It's not waterproof for a start off. But I thought it was rather lovely, and I couldn't see any obvious faults with it. Quite like that. Might use that this weekend, actually. Because it might not be very warm. I don't think the brand is anything amazing, but look at the size, a decent size medium, and Bohemia is the name. So again, I wouldn't want to pay up for these particular stuff. I think it's what a lovely friend, Antique Serena, would call working stock. And that's what this is. I'm trying to sell working stock that goes for 20, 30 or maybe 40 quid. I like the very special the special stuff, but it's hard to find. So, okay, Christopher Kane. Now I've heard of Christopher Kane, but I don't think I have ever clapped eyes on it. Maybe I need to do some research and get familiar. Did arrange for Topshop. Right, okay, I'll keep an eye out. The name Christopher Kane does ring a huge bell. I mean, there's a few designers that worked well with Topshop, but very few have really carried the value through. But there you go. You're still hunting for certain bits. I'm the same. There's certain things I see and I want that. Don't care how old-fashioned it is. Right, this is another item. Now, this is new. It's Max Studio, which is not particularly amazing in itself. It's a good brand, but perfectly work a day. This is a UK small. It's new with its tags, which sold it to me. And it's actually got, this stripe seems to be having a moment again. I seem to be selling things quite quickly that are striped. Could just be me. One of those trends. Oh, hello, Cherry. Happy middle of a dark night. Yes, well, of course, it's your winter solstice, is it not? It's your winter solstice, which is special, as is our summer solstice, of course. But yes, you're in the long dark tea time of the soul, as someone once called it. Right, this is Ted Baker, and it's not new, and I don't normally pick it up, but with people possibly having to be outdoors on summer evenings, needing to keep warm, it's just one of these very long cardigans. It's got pocketsies. It's quite soft. It's got a bit of nice detailing on the front there, and it's got a bit of nice fluff as well. So we'll be getting on with the debobbler, which is also therapy for me. Douglas Adams, you're right. I love Douglas Adams. So it's Ted Baker. It's a size 3, and I think that's a reasonably decent size, not one of the tiny ones. And for a couple of quid, I thought, why not? It's not particularly current as far as style goes, but it's practical. There you go, 90% cotton and 10% Angora, which is why it's making me itch. There are many reasons I don't like Angora, but people seem to want it. So if I find it out there and it's going to go landfill, I'd rather someone loved it. So all this stuff so far is more of a wintry feel. I appreciate that, but you know, I don't mind thinking ahead, because I've got an awful lot of stuff in stock, and I've got quite a lot of summery stuff that should go. This brand is a good brand, David Neeper. It's a bit of an old lady brand, I would say, she says, with her silver hair. But yeah, it's a kind of a jackety thing. Again, I don't know how much value's in it. Some David Neeper goes for a good amount, and some not so much. It's quite nicely made, sort of a slightly boucle thing. Like I say, more for a lady of a certain age who likes to keep warm. But it was in a decent colour, and for a couple of quid, I thought, well, should make reasonable profits, which is what we want. Right now, the things at the bottom of this bag. I've only got 2 bags. Now, I picked these up. They're only £1.50. And they are these little sandals that go in a bag. The other thing is they appear to be new because they still have the ticket. So it's black, grey, snake, regular, Cocoa Rose. I don't know the brand particularly, but they look quite nice. There's a little bag you get on the side with a bag to put them in if they were to get wet. They've still got the cardboard in, so clearly they've never been used, which is a lovely thing. So they're those little things you pop on when your heels, which when you're not used to wearing, give you the ache. So I thought, for £1.50, it's going to be all right. Hello, Susan Bradwolf. Hello, Double Karma. You've got a haul from a house clearance. Oh, well done. Fascinating when that sort of thing happens. Those sort of things are very interesting. Right, so I've only just got back in, so there is no research done. This was my little find of the day. A small animale. He's like a lucite with confetti stuff in and eyes. I couldn't leave him behind. It's too cute. It's only £1. Not branded or anything, but just something quite kitsch about that. And I quite liked its little lines. And his big ears. When you're pissed, yes. Yes, definitely, because no one wants to fall off their heels, do they? I don't know how old this is likely to be. I mean, don't know. I thought Lex might appreciate that little kitty there. We share the same taste in kitschness, don't we? So that was more of a, ooh, cute. Got to have that. This, I don't know. This was a bit speculative. They're one of those charity shops that has a lot of them what they consider nicer jewellery. Matter of opinion, obviously, in a under the counter, but the counter's so scratched you really can't see it. So you practically have to bend yourself in two. Not a good look, in order to inspect it. And there were plenty of other people hovering about. And obviously someone who comes in and buys their silver because she's like, have you got any silver in? I went, oh, I don't think so, just what's in the cabinet. And the man kind of looked, and she'd obviously been before and hadn't spotted it. So, I don't know. I bought this as a set, and I could be completely wrong. But I'm going to do well enough out of the whole. I thought it was quite unusual and a bit kind of Edwardian style. There we go, sort of faux, kind of tortoiseshell colour. It's kind of got this double chain, which intrigued me. A bit different from what you usually see. But of course, I didn't have my eyes on because you don't when you're in a shop, and there were things on the back, and I thought, oh, I'll take a punt. It's a gamble. I'm happy to gamble a couple of quid. Oops, come on. No, it says M&S. I wasn't sure. It does say M&S. That's a bit gutting, but, you know, still quite a nice set. I'll give the earrings a bit of a clean. I don't think it's ever been worn. Yeah, it's unusual, so it'll be vintage style. Or it may end up in a look. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, sorry about the hair. Hasn't been taken care of at all. Right, so that's kind of one bag down. You can tell I live near Tunbridge Wells, though. You get Phoenix bags in the charity shops. We'll still sell in it. It will. I don't mind taking the odd punt and gamble, you know, especially with jewellery. You kind of have to. Right, the rest isn't jewellery. This was a gamble because look at the colour of it. Always a gamble. But it's unusual enough to be of interest. I don't know this make, Riani, but it's a raincoat and it's a proper rustly mac, so I figured it would sell even on that basis. I've been rustly mac. And it's new with tags, so I thought I'm not going to go wrong for the whole £2 they charged me. What was intriguing is clearly they were trying to sell it originally for £349. Got reduced a few times, as you can see. But it's this Riani brand. So it looked like a decent quality brand, and new with tags. I thought, well, as long as it's not some gobbing great mark I haven't seen. But it's kind of a PVC anyway, so I think that'll be all right. I think that'll go well. Indeed, Lex, indeed. Water sports and melon. Yes. So that was, in fact, I hadn't even seen that. The manageress my lovely friend Mandra said, "Oh, have you seen that white coat?" I'm thinking, "Oh, I hadn't. No." She said, "Oh, here it is." I was like, "Oh, okay." She said, "You seen the price it was originally?" Mm-hmm. Again, it was very hot and sweaty, and I felt a bit hassled in there. To be fair, not by the staff, bless them, they're wonderful, but just by the sheer number of people in there. The fact that it felt so crowded. These are fairly dull. They are a sort of loose. These cargo pant things seem to be coming back in again, don't they? But these are Hollister, and they are cotton. They've got the pockets inside. They are small, ultra high rise, so they're fairly decent. Ultra high rise cargo trousers, cotton, good for summer, and they smell lovely too. Not cupboardy, more like straight out of an advert for Lenore or something. So they were used. We didn't mind that. Oh, here's one of my curios. One of these old things that I pick up because it's a bit weird and a bit wacky. Now this is probably something to do with hunting because it is a bright red. It's like felt. It's moleskin, is that what they call it? It's a bit like felt. Anyway, I shan't do all the buttons up but they're all there. A waistcoat. I mean, how handsome is that? It's kind of amazing. Just checking if anyone's left anything in the pockets. It's very hobbity, isn't it? Proper pockets is. I think someone will enjoy that. That's a real, and it is vintage. Guards menswear. Absolutely bloody immaculate. It must have been hardly worn. No moth holes, which is obviously the bane of a wool waistcoat. Or wool anything, to be fair. Didn't come with any other labels. I just thought that was quite splendid. Oh, it has the Chinese moth hole, but it's in the lining, so very smart. I mean, you know, the right person could really rock that, or someone who wants to go hunting, in which case I want to give them a slap. But anyway, personal view. It makes me think of my hunt saboteuring days. All the activism, the protesting and stuff I used to do back then. Still relevant. Didn't change a bloody thing. Makes me so cross. Right. I'm not going to rant there. Here we have a James Lakeland, which is a run-of-the-mill kind of brand. It's a good quality, but it's nothing special. But it was a rather nice grey, and these always sell really well for me. This little grey linen skirt, and I believe there's a little buckle thing there. Can I see another little buckle thing? Another one there. And I think that, it's got this hitch thing, so you can actually hitch it. I quite like things like that. It's a bit low and looky, but it's certainly good for summer. And grey linen doesn't hang around for long. So that should be a fairly quick flip, which I like because a lot of my stuff takes forever to sell. I did sell that absolutely lovely coat that I showed in a previous haul. It went on auction and I started it $129.99 and it went for that. Needless to say, it's gone abroad, so I kind of got my fingers crossed there's no problems there. But that was amazing. That was the Vivienne Westwood for Virgin Atlantic. Lovely big grey coat that cost me, I don't know, £5 or something ridiculous. It really wasn't much. I was very happy with that one because in terms of numbers, sales haven't been amazing, but some of my high quality items have gone, so that's always a good thing. Not really the time of year to be picking up something in tartan, wool. Basler is this is a vintage one. It's a midi pencil skirt with a vent at the back there. But what a cool colour. These don't hang around for long either in the right season. It's not going to go for a couple of months. I don't care. Yeah, eat it. Yeah, exactly. When the tracking says it's been delivered. Yeah. It's amazing how they go away then, isn't it? They'll try anything. Yeah. Mind you, I did have to be a seller who returned something. I'd ordered a couple of camping chairs. And bless them, they turned out really fast. Apart from the fact they were somewhat smaller than I anticipated. And I could have lived with that. That's like, well, okay, that's my bad. But actually one of the kind of bolts that goes through that holds the thing together, which is quite an important function really when you think of a seat. Really wasn't, something was very, very wrong with it. It was twisted and warped, and I thought, okay, I've got to send them back. So I'm waiting on a return label. I don't like to be one of those people, but I'm afraid what I actually did was I asked for a refund. I haven't had a return label yet, but I actually went and bought more expensive ones that are probably what I should have bought in the first place. Trying to save money. Right, now these two items came together, but I think they're a bit much together. They might be better separate. Tell me what you think. One is this. Now these are Oasis, but they're vintage Oasis. Anyone remembers that label? Was a 14, may not be a modern 14. This is a sort of a, actually it's a top, but it could be worn as a dress, possibly. I don't know, that would be awfully short. Well, it would on me, but then that's not really saying much. But these are kind of like a taffeta stuff, but they've got embroidery all over them. And I know brown is, it's coming back into vogue. So that was kind of one part of the outfit. Now it's a sort of a satin on the inside. I'm going to have to rehem it. That's not a problem. I can do that in no time at all. Made in England, so that is going to be old. And it's not silk. So there was that. But then what came with it, all for the Princess Sum of £2, were trousers. And I kind of think as a whole, I don't know, do you think it'd be best as an outfit? So nice high-waisted trousers. These are going to be from the 90s and noughties. With embroidery at the bottom of the legs. And they hopefully also are 14 long. So I could try and sell it as an outfit because it'd be quite perhaps a nice sort of wedding outfit, or, for a relative or a guest to wear. It's certainly a touch of the early noughties about it, but quite liked the florals. I thought they were quite tastefully done. Don't know. Yeah, 90s Oasis. Oh, I remember that. I remember 90s Karen Millen. I used to rock that back in the day as well. This I picked up purely on the basis that it was merino wool. It's a big size, and it's kind of colour blocky, stripy. I thought that would probably do somebody very well as a cover-up in summer. Big V-neck on it. Looks slightly oversized. And it seemed to be missing what brand it was. That's actually... Is that this blue rather than black? It's coming out on the black, so it's grey, taupe, kind of creamy colour. It just says 100% merino wool. Oh, next. There you go, didn't have my eyes in, but extra large. That's probably, could be a bit of a fail, but I mean, I'll get, I might be 15 quid for it. So, why is that a fail? I suppose I'm trying to buy low, sell high. Now, the next three things I was very happy to find. Blouses. Sonia by Sonia Reichel. Brand new with tags. 100% silk blouse. How cool is that? New with tags. Dangerous to buy something this colour, but I looked it all over. It's even got his little pie crust cuffs and some ruffles, and I think that's absolutely fabulous. Not wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. Size 40. I've got a size 40. I think it's a 12 if that's Italian. It looks like a size 12 to be fair. Ruffles. They don't suit me at all. But there you go. Size 40, 100% silk. It's modern, it's not vintage obviously, but I thought that was rather lovely. Flouncy, yes, that's the word for it, flouncy. Actually, that's true. That's true, Andrew. It may very well be. It may be 90s. I mean, there is a time when they will start going to China. These two things are divine. Oh my God, brand new. Couldn't believe it when I saw these. Brand new, with its tags, for the Princess Sum of £2. Modern Basler. Silk. Blouse. Now that doesn't look much on camera, but this is really nice quality silk. Has a real sheen to it. 2-button cuff. Oh. And you can tell the quality because they kind of edge everything in, just the way it's made. Absolutely bloody marvellous. So that was Basler. That is in, it's kind of white, but it's just very slightly ivory. Just very slightly, not bright white. And then I found a black one. Basler, silk, brand new with its tags. Exactly the same design in black. So those two items more than cover. Well, one of them will sell for more than. You see the satin edge, you can see it on that one where they've got the satin edge. That's got a satin cuff. They are so nicely made. Basler is a German brand and it's been around a long time, which is why I know the vintage labels. This is obviously a modern one. I don't know what the retail is on it or how high they go, but it's a classic one. What size is the Basler? They're probably both the same size, to be fair. I'm very tempted myself because I do love a silk shirt. Oh, 95% silk, 4% elastane, so that's even better because that means it's got a bit of give in it. Sorry, I'm trying to find the size. A 38, GB12. It's 12. I'm assuming the black one probably is the same then. I think it might have come from the same donor. But she even told me, the lady who runs the shop, and told me the day when they're getting new stock in and when it'd be best for me to come back. Oh, how I love her. I should probably take her something nice in. Yeah, the black one is also a 12, which, if it's got elastane in, could be a very, very good thing. They're really quite big for 12, so they're meant to be quite loose. So if you like your, let me give you a pit-to-pit, Lex. Let me give you a pit-to-pit. Because Basler being a German brand, they do make things more generous. I'll give you a pit-to-pit on this one. Bearing in mind it has some elastane in. No, you don't always want your shirts to be super loose. This is... Oh, goodness me. That actually is 22 inches. Bit to bit, so that's quite a lot of leeway on a size 12, isn't it? So yeah, I'll give you the other measurements if you need them, Lex. But it's so nice. It's so nice. There you go. So that could be possible. I don't know your dimensions, but if you want the specifics, I will send them over because I'm probably not going to get around to listing these for a week or so because I've got a very busy weekend coming up. So yeah, those are my purchases. I think I did incredibly well for £35.50. Even though the jewellery may have been a slight fail. Too small around your boobies. Yeah, because that's the problem with things when they do that gapey thing at front. My problem is not so much what happens at the front, although that is an issue. It's across the back. I'm very broad across the shoulders. So weird thing. So, my favourite thing, my kitty. Lucite plastic, lucite. Oh, she did bloody chip it. Yeah, how annoying is that? Now, she actually did drop it while she was bagging up, and I didn't see. Well, he might just have to stay with me. Bless him. It was because it was with the clothes, and I think she just sort of knocked it. But, it's not their fault. These things happen. Probably means he'll end up staying with me for a while. Lots of lovely things. Yes, Andrea, lots of lovely things. So it's not raining here at the moment. I've got a lot of weather magic to do for Friday evening, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday whole day. And given what's supposed to be happening, I'm not sure what standing on top of a hill with a pointed metal object in my hand is a good idea. Like it says lightning in the offing. It's like, oh God. Anyway, I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Anyone else got any hauls? Please show. I love hauls. And let's hope the day will get better. The week will get better. So take care of yourselves. It's been lovely to see you all. And I shall say bye-bye. So now I have to go through this very awkward process of ending the broadcast and saying bye. Thanks for being here.